Hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Johanna. For those that don't know me, my dog and Bix. And this week I am coming at you with a relatively planned, I say planned because I'm a wee bit out of August, so I'm actually forward planning a wee bit more than usual. My August hopefuls. So I have a little pile of books that I am definitely going to read. Most of them are arcs that I need to get to in August so I can review them and stuff. Two of which are books that you chose in a previous month for me to read, probably in June, and I'm now reading them in August. But despite that, I have a little stack, a big stack actually, that I want you to pick another 2 books from for me to read. That's from my existing TBR, my existing unread books. Please. So I'll go through the ones that are definite hopefuls. Is that a... do you call that an oxymoron? I don't know what you call. First one is The Looking Glass Sound by Catriona Ward. Yes, I now have a paperback of this. I got the hardback when it first came out because I'm desperate to read it because I've read Sundial and The Last House on Needless Street and loved them. This one, Writers Are Monsters and We Eat Everything We See, is another sort of dark, chilling story that I don't know much about, in that it involves a writer and it's dark, so I'm here for that. And it's Catriona Ward. So far, love her books. Next, Betty by Tiffany McDaniel. Yes, you also picked this for me, I think, to read in June. Haven't. Betty is well, actually, what genre is this? It's actually about Tiffany McDaniel's mother, Betty, who was born in a bathtub in 1954 to a white mother and a Cherokee father. Betty inhabits a world of poverty and loss and lush landscape and blazing stars. Tiffany McDaniel wrote my favourite book of 2023, which was On the Savage Side. So I have no doubt I will adore this. And to make sure I'm reading it, I picked it for my August book group. So I'm definitely reading this. The other has a front cover that looks like The Ring, the Japanese version of The Ring. It's called Supplication by Nour Abi-Nakhoul. So I got a advanced reader copy of this. I think it's already out because, yes, it's out in June 2024 because I'm late to the party. It just says an unnamed narrator comes into a basement an unnamed narrator comes to in a basement, tied to a chair, a man looming over her, someone has a knife. This also gives me terrifying vibes. So I think, but it's by Influx Press, I think it's horror. But I'm just going on assumptions here, so I need to read that because it's already out. One that comes out in August, which I was gifted by HQ Stories, is You'll Never Be Me by Jessie Sutanto. Jessie Sutanto wrote, I've got them up there. They are... the Four Aunties sort of books, Diary for Aunties, Four Aunties at a Wedding, sort of cosy caper murder mysteries. And then she wrote, one of my favourites was Unsolicited Advice for Murderers or something. So yeah, up there, I could stand up, but they were all very much of a kind of cosy murder mystery vibe. This one is a thriller. Best friends make the worst enemies. I'm stalking my best friend. There's no use denying it. Aspen Palmer, with her millions of followers and beautiful family, has everything I want. The worst thing is, I showed her how to get it and now I'm dead to her. So it sounds like it's got influencer vibes, which I'm kind of here for. So that comes out in August. And then the other one is one that I was gifted by HarperCollins. It's called Honeybee by Donna Porter. Donna Porter wrote a book I absolutely adore. Where is it? It's up here somewhere and I can't see it. Oh, here it is. Cat Lady, right? Not normally the kind of book I think I would pick up and adore. I loved it. It was 5 stars. It gave me like kind of Eleanor Oliphant vibes with more humour and a cat involved. But yeah, so those are the ones I'm definitely reading. Okay? I now want to add 2 to that because I think that'll be enough to allow for my mood reading and other books that I need to read for different book things. So I brought a stack. I've brought a stack for you to pick 2 from. So the ones that get the most comments in the comments. The ones that get the most comments in the comments will be the 2 that I shortlist to read in August. So join my August hopefuls. And I'll let you know on the community post what that is, and also in another future video. Right, so quick fire. I'm not going to read the synopsis of them other than to give you a bit of the vibe. And loads of these, some of them are library books and a bunch of them I bought when I was on book shopping in Bristol. So first one is Freakslaw by Jane Flett. It's written by a Scottish author. It's the summer of 1974. The repressed Scottish town of Pitlaw is itching for a change. Enter the Freakslaw, a travelling fun fair populated by deviant queers, contortionists, the most powerful fortune teller, yada yada, with a note of by the author about the use of freaks and people that were seemed deviant and different in that kind of time of travelling communities. So she does make an acknowledgement of that, but she's using the old fairground style stuff to hit on that. I believe it's horror. I believe. So there's Freakslaw, or this is like dystopian sci-fi horror, I think. It's 13 Ways to Kill Lulabelle Rock. So basically you have like, imagine, so Lulabelle Rock is like a washed up film star. She has to appear in loads of different places to keep up her personality and stuff. So she has loads of like AI duplicates of herself. Clones, I should say. Clones. And yeah. Now there's too many of them and she wants to take them out. But is killing yourself murder? Unconfirmed. This is by Maud Woolf. Drawn initially to the cover, but then I was like, this sounds like a fun read. So 13 Ways to Kill, I'm trying to read backwards, Lulabelle, not Lulabelle. Next up I have one called Zoey, because look at this cover. It's got by Sarah Crossan and it's a book about middle-aged women who, hold on, I say middle-aged women and technically me. Who is doing okay in life. She's happy enough with her lot, apart from her husband, who seems to spend a lot of time, who she's a bit distant from, and then she discovers he has an AI sex doll in the garage, and she strikes up a relationship with said doll, and that there is a story. Or there's Hagstone by Sinéad Gleeson, which I believe is, I think it's kind of like a dark murder mystery. The sea is steady for now, the land readies itself. What can be done with the woman on the cliff? Beautifully written and eerily haunting, this debut novel from acclaimed Irish bestseller takes in the darker side of human nature and the mysteries of faith and the natural world. So mostly picked this up because it gets blurbed quite a lot. I like the premise and the cover is beautiful. Then there's Gender Theory by Madeline Docherty. It's not that big. You look at her and think she was the prettiest girl at the party, at any party, anywhere. I think this is a story of relationships, both, you know, intoxicating relationships, queer friendship, and invisible disabilities. Here for it. This one is Clean. So it's a mystery thriller called Clean by Alia, Trabucco, Zerán, and it's translated fiction. And look, I got this in Gloucester Road bookshops. Clean begins with an inescapable fact: a girl has died. So, a disturbing and profound Clean is a new novel from the International Booker Prize shortlisted author, deftly translated by Sophie Hughes, exploring domestic work, class, violence against the backdrop of Chile's changing political landscape. This is one of the most daring and compelling literary thrillers in international literature. Well, that's a lot of acclaim, but also look at the cover. This one also bought because of the cover, called Birding, and it's basically about the lives of two people that kind of come together. You've got a kind of washed up Lydia, who's a washed up teen pop star from the 90s, and then #MeToo comes in, and then she realises that maybe some of the relationships in her teen pop career were not appropriate. And then you've got Joyce, who's a middle-aged woman. She's never left home. She lives with her mother Betty, and they have like they dress together, like match their dresses together and stuff. Anyway, something about these two people and their experiences and how they maybe have last chances in life, I think, roughly. But also this cover. Bad Dolls, because 2024 was the year I was going to read Rachel Harrison, and I've not read any of her books. I own at least 1, 2, 3. This one's from the library. So let me know. I think this is, 4 dark tales: friendship, heartbreak, hauntings, and occasional blood sacrifice. Here for that. And the remaining are library books to choose from as well. So Tell Me I'm Worthless by Alison Rumfitt. It says by Eliza Clark, who is also about to appear in this pile. Punk in every sense of the word. This is a debut unlike anything you've read before. A dark and flinching haunted house novel that takes readers from the well of literary gothic up through Brighton's queer scene and out into the heart of modern day trans experience. Very excited for that. Talking Eliza Clark, Penance. I DNF'd Boy Parts because it was just too graphic for me in respect of like hedonistic. So many people I know loved Boy Parts. However, I like the writing style, and Penance I think is like it's like the true crime podcast element in this one somewhere. Yeah, do you know what happened already? Did you know her? Did you see it on the internet? Did you listen to the podcast? Did the hosts make jokes? So, it is another library book. It sounds like a good mystery thriller with a podcast element, so I'm here for that. And probably not quite like Boy Parts is what I've told. It's very different, so I might like it. And then the other one I blame no blame I give credit to Simon Savage Reads, because he mentioned Hungry Ghosts in one of his recent videos, and this is by Kevin Jared Hossein, and it says a shimmering slice of Trinidadian Gothic. So this sounded like it is like a Greek tragedy relocated to a Gothic Caribbean setting worthy of Jean Rhys, a story of cursed families and inherited vengeance, inexplicable horrors and impossible dreams. Also look at that picture. As the word ghosts, says horror. What is not to like? So I've rattled through some a little bit quicker than others when I knew a bit more about what they were about. I'm trying to hurry busy. These here are the ones I want you to pick 2 from for my August TBR. No, my August Hopefuls. I feel like for somehow renaming it August Hopefuls, it won't be as hard to abide by it. So these are my confirmed. Okay. And then I want you to pick 2 from the other pile. And that there shall create my August Hopefuls. So please do let me know in the comments. Also, if you've read any of the ones or looking forward to reading them, especially pick ones that you're like, I really want to read that, but I don't know if I like it, and you want me to read it first and give you my thoughts or opinions, please do that too. Anyway, as we finish this video, and I realise I'm talking about August and July's almost disappeared, next week you'll be getting my July wrap up. which I do believe there'll be some exciting books that you want to be adding to your TBR list. Says me. Anyway, for now, thank you as always for watching, for liking, and if you don't already, please do subscribe if you would like to see more of me and my ramble bookish chat. And until next time, bye!